Hello, 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 everyone. What is going on? James here. Welcome back to the Banterous Hour with fellow co-host GC and the screens.
So what's going on, guys? This is Minitom here.
We will be reacting to Minitom later.
Today is an update video.
But first things first, we shall be reacting to h3h3 suing a few creators. So I haven't kept up with this drama, so this will be a cold turkey reaction for me. But obviously George is educated on this drama, so he can tell us more.
Yeah, I've been keeping it up to date. Don't you worry.
Hi there. My name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you.
Looks like a mafia boss.
Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney. Let me tell you guys a story. About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video. Here's what Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video. A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work, or they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission. Something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos. But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry, because why should these content thieves essentially get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening? I mean, people don't like injustice, and we all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated.
I agree with H3, but unfortunately, when you're that big on Twitch, people will just come for that person's reaction because they're fans of the person. Twitch is more of a personal platform, like you're following that stream so you can get them to on to what you're saying and type things in the chat.
I will say that's not the reason why he's suing them.
I know. I'm just saying, just to like give a objective view on this point. As sad as it is, like I feel like the big streamer reacting to that person's content is what gets that content probably a few more views. Well, if the streamer didn't react to it, then it wouldn't have any views, would it? Well, it wouldn't have as many views. But I think it's important at the end of your reaction to show love to that person and go and check out the video. That's what I try to do at the end of most of when we react to people's stuff.
When XQC, one of the prime suspects, called into my show to debate me, in which case I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright, or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't.
Banana tree.
Because
well, that's fair.
Watch me full screen cam, do the fucking worm, then watch your prime. Then watch your prime content.
Do it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least. The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I kid XQC, but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much worse. Now, ironically, after this debate and in the wake of this large conversation, the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people like Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use, with what's known as chair reacts, when Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom or to eat or to talk to his mom or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time and leaves the video playing for his chair. Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to leave the area around the main airport in Sana. Then this.
Well, I've been seeing
And it was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist? They couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now, the thing is, there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement, but how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe.
You enjoyed not giving any views that terrible. What an absolute arrogant twit. What an absolute pillock of a lady. How can you?
Yes, no wonder.
How can you sit there and react to a video and give it publicity and say something like that? I mean, even if you absolutely despise the creator, right, as much as I can't stand Destiny, if I put one of his videos on and reacted to it, I'd say, and that was a video by Destiny. There you go.
We did. We literally did. We watched the buggy cancer stuff. That was what Destiny exposed.
Yeah. But you know,
and we've done two people on ones on people that I hate as well.
Yeah. Like you've got to be objective and say, look, this is this person's video, and that's that. You shouldn't be like saying stuff like, oh well, if you enjoy not giving views to that video, well, why the bloody hell are you watching it and giving that video attention? Then you could talk about the video and say this happened in the video and this happened, and maybe get little scenes from the video if you make an actual video. But if you're doing a stream of it, you shouldn't be reacting to that vid if you don't want it to be on your stream and if you don't want to give it views. It's just pathetic.
Right? Throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you tried. Denim's the queen of self-owning. You prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be
right. Ex-Destiny Orbiter. What is that? Is that Destiny's or?
No, basically, if you think, like, you think we like the Earth, we orbit the sun.
Yeah.
So Destiny was the sun, and she orbited him.
So she's a big fan of him.
Yeah, well, was, but now Denim's slogan, Sean the Black. That's his name. That's not me being racist, by the way. And some others. They all but Hassan. And so when he's not streaming, Hassan's fans will watch them.
So
Not being funny. And like people like Frogan have less viewers than us.
are you for real? How's she got?
She's got like she's literally got like she's got like 30K and gets like 30 views.
That is pretty bad, to be honest. But
we literally get more on some of these podcasts.
Some of them, yeah. But I wanted to ask though, so how come this lady doesn't like Destiny anymore?
I don't know. It's probably the same type of reason why they don't like H3.
So even though
H3 is left wing, but Denhams and Frogan and Hassan, they're all like far left extremists.
Yeah. So Destiny,
allegedly.
So Destiny being a very SJW, but not. He says some horrible far left stuff, but when you hear him talk, he sort of like kisses up to the joke.
Yeah, but they're not as far left as they want him to be.
Yeah, so they want Destiny to be even more left wing than he is.
Like Hassan, with these, is it LA riots they were having? He was in them crowds and got shot by a rubber bullet.
Well, if you're causing issues and throwing things at police, what do you expect to happen?
Yeah, I say it was a very satisfying video.
It's a sad video. Oh, satisfying.
Satisfying.
I mean, I wouldn't, I don't wish harm on anyone, but come on, if Hassan's doing this stuff, what does he expect? I'll probably laugh a bit, to be honest. As much as I don't like laughing at people, like, if he's being an idiot, I don't know what the context is. If he's throwing stuff at, if someone's throwing stuff at you, what are you going to do? You're just going to stop? No, you're going to bloody take them on and throw.
He's filming blocking the road, which is still breaking the law there.
That's pathetic. Yeah. What if some ambulance? I hate that. Yeah. Screw that guy, man. Because I know we talked about it ages ago on the old podcast. What if an ambulance needs to get through? What if you got a few cars trying to get through? What if you got the police trying to get through and you're blocking the road? Just because some people that have been there illegally have been deported, or just because apparently your country doesn't do enough for the environment, but you think it's right to block roads. How disgusting. Peacefully protest.
Yeah, what was funny, you know what the kind of community is like with supporting certain people, don't you?
Sometimes.
Like that kind of person.
Well, they're a bit all over the place, but a lot of them aren't being for real.
No, but they do take it too far.
Yeah, they do.
When I saw somebody put a video on the subreddit, putting that video from Glastonbury. I don't know if you've seen
it. Yeah, it was
them. Yeah, and they're saying, Ian Moore will hate this, and all I put on it was Palestine supporters are as annoying as just the oil supporters. And this guy come calling me a Zionist, a terrorist, and all these different things. And I was just taking the piss out of him. And I started talking to him then, and I said, just wait. You'll have everyone from the corner see this and rip them to shreds, and they did.
That's you ripped them to shreds, did they?
Yeah, and I've put a donation on Callum's stream to make fun of this guy, and so when Callum sees it, so I'm gonna go post it to the thread to annoy this guy even more.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, at the end of the day, you should not be chanting for people's deaths. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely preposterous. Say what you want to say and chant your opinions, but don't be chanting for people's deaths or threats of violence. A lady with 3 kids got thrown in prison for, I think she's been thrown in prison for 3 years or nearly 3 years because she says on Twitter, I could care less, burn the hotels down where illegal migrants are. Now, George, I'm gonna kick George out for this because I don't want him to get the podcast in trouble. But I want to get my point across, right? At the end of the day, she didn't say burn anyone in the hotel. She just said burn the hotels down for all I care. From what I remember on the tweet, okay? Maybe it was said slightly different. I don't know. But I don't agree with burning anything down. You shouldn't burn anything down, no matter how angry you are. At the end of the day, why on earth are people allowed to chant for deaths? You know, death to the IDF. Why are they allowed to chant that? But yet she'll get thrown in prison for a tweet for 3 years. I also saw something that really horrified me about. I'll try not to get political, but I'm getting so annoyed at the way the West is. I'm not really bothered. I'll say some stuff now, you know, because it's just getting a bit preposterous. But I'll just quickly say there was an old man who was getting hassled by these youths for years in Dagenham in London. And the two of the youths, 118, 116, one of the youths shot a firework, pulled this bit of wood that was nailed to where the window would have been, because I don't know, maybe some of the youths broke the window, maybe the window got broke. I don't know how the window got broke, but they pulled it back, shot a firework in. He dies horribly. The one who shot the firework got 6 years, and the one who assisted him, who was 16, got 2 years. Why are people allowed to kill people in a horrible way and only get 6 years in prison and 2 years for assisting that person, but yet, you know, someone puts a tweet that is pretty bad? I think the most that should happen if you put a tweet that says like, I could care less if you burn this place down. Maybe like a temporary ban. I mean, Destiny said worse stuff than that. Destiny said, if you go to a Trump rally, I'd laugh at your death if you got shot. Isn't that a million times worse than just saying I could care less if you burn a building down? What a joke.
See, like, yeah, I've like people like Frogan and Hassan saying that America deserved 9/11.
That's horrible.
And that fire man at the Trump rally who got shot deserved it. And see, the woman you're talking about, I think she's married to a Conservative MP. But Richard Tice has been a singer. And apparently she's been very good in there.
Mm-hmm.
But the police have been really rough with her, basically dragging her about the place, locking her in solitary confinement, not feeding her, just because she doesn't think the same as them.
Yeah, honestly, that's pure evil. If that is true, that is pure evil. You know, in most countries, the police serve and protect and earn respect. In this country, it's starting to seem like the police just don't deserve respect and they attack the innocent.
The thing is, the police nowadays don't have respect for working people, for young girls.
Yeah.
They will happily let gangs do all kinds of awful stuff to these women and let them get away with it. There's been police officers come out and say they've been told not to go to this certain place or this certain town because of what goes on there with these groups.
Yeah.
And these groups aren't British people. They have come from a different country, and their excuse is, well, we don't know how to approach women. We don't know how to talk to women because we don't know how to do it in our country.
Drake Verstega said up. How's it going? Thank you for joining.
So I'll leave there because I do get quite pissed about this topic.
It is preposterous. Like, at the end of the day,
they're literally giving these people counselors, as they get off the boats. I was saying the other day. They stab each other on these boats. How long is it going to take for them to stab one of these counsellors as soon as they get off the boat?
Yeah, I mean, end of the day, we need to have a harsh fist on crime. The police need to stop, worrying about offending people. I could care less what anyone looks like or where they come from. It's about what you do that counts. If you're doing,
I think it's high up as well.
You need to be treated harshly and brutally for what you've done, you know, and thrown in.
Look, I'm sorry. Look at our prime minister who said,
damages.
Look at after these girls and arresting rapists was far right. That shows what kind of people we have in charge. Bear in mind, he's the one who ignored the whole Jimmy Savile case as well.
Yeah, horrendous, man.
And attorneys' fees, which is
I'll leave it there.
Main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now. I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the 3 people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria that I set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All 3 are on this list. In fact, they're the only 3, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Casey Tron, the queen of ripping farts and bong loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
Frogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission? Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
It's her job at the home.
Apparently thinks we're interviewing a
I heard what you said. I just didn't want to dignify it with a response. George, all you No. All George does is sabotage the podcast again and again. And again. I'm honestly tempted to do a Keemstar and just fire you because I understand when you're being serious like that. You know, you rant from earlier. You controlled it, fair play. You were very objective and fair. You know, but this, you need to stop trying to get me in trouble. Again, you need to do this on your channel, make streams where you react to stuff and say what you want, but don't keep trying to sabotage the podcast and get banned.
That's what people call it. There's literally a picture of Jabba the Hutt with a hijab on. That's meant to be her.
Are you sure people call her Hijabba the Hutt?
Yes. I will send you that image right now.
Well, at the end of the day,
one second.
Are they saying it on videos? I'm a fan of South Park, right? I'm a fan of, edginess.
Yes, they are saying it on there.
But at the end of the day, if you know what can get people in trouble, George, South Park are Donnies of the game, right? We're just a small podcast channel that could get in trouble for this sort of stuff, Mainly me, I've got to clean up the mess if we get in trouble. So I've got a bloody,
only known genocide his entire life.
What happened?
And Denim's the queen of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking. He's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro. I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the fun part. Let's take a look at the complaints. And let's start with my favorite of the three, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical h3h3Tron.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think? Why are you so comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's h3h3Tron's. She smoked more than she spoke. h3h3Tron smokes 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, so I just want to get the comments up. Quirky. Don't know which bit you're referring to, but oh, okay, thanks, George. Approved your point. What do you think about her comments there? Which comments? How long ago did you type that? 8:56. It's been a couple of minutes. Let's go back 2 minutes. 8:10.
It's probably like the
serious? Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
Frogan, who bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission?
Can
I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
I'm sorry I didn't know about that. We can learn it now because it's society.
My God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking. He's a Sneeko fan.
Maybe it's this comment. You look
yeah,
like,
that one.
I think calling someone a rapist, saying they look like a rapist without any proof, that is like an evil thing to call people.
What she said that you look like a sneaker fan as well.
Oh my God, bro! I love you, Hassan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive. This is not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically. Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people.
God, she's so
I came from the
ugly.
h3h3 Reddit. Ethan is so pathetic while Hassan is in Japan. I'm bothered having a great time.
I don't think her face is that bad looking, but she seems like pretty fake.
Look, just look at the nose ring and the lip gloss.
Yeah, she seems like
so she's dribbling.
She seems like a bit of a fake person and a bit of a twit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Exactly. We're gonna watch it live. Yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal. They talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a
no.
I agree with that.
So now the thing is, all I'll say is, Bud, Drake, George has a history of saying things that could get the podcast in trouble.
George has a history of telling the truth.
The previous podcast unfortunately got terminated. Now, I think that was a mistake by YouTube. I don't think it was something that George said, but George always says, I mean, one stream, if you watch one of the podcasts back, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Heat podcast. He said 2 wild things on there. I was just like, I'm going to have to clean this mess up, man. I'm picking up shit. And again, I don't want to get too personal about myself, but a lot of my life, I've had to pick up a lot of pieces. I've had to clean up a lot of mess that other people have made. And I don't want. I probably since about 2019, I thought I'm very fed up of cleaning up messes now. So I've got quite annoyed since then when I'm in situations where I might have to pick up crap. unless it's like an accidental situation or whatever. But yeah. You know, it's a bit of bants and a bit of seriousness.
The Nightmare on Denham Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denham Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denham's. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denham said, quote, well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content. Your content? The Queen of Self-Own included a countdown timer so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm going to go pee, and hopefully when I'm back, they're done with this.
Right?
You do look better.
Mr. 305. I see it.
Dude, you should do this.
I have an alternate.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your
I think she was smashing trash.
Aaron has said, remember for you guys that by making relevant commentary on each part you're watching, your work becomes transformative, protective. That's a major aspect of this lawsuit.
Thank God we're speaking it in between it then.
Yeah, true. We do like to try and pause the videos and all that, you know. We don't like to bloody just sit there watching and then walking off and taking a break and just letting it play in the background. And, you know, we're not doing like live stream upon live stream of reactions. If you look at all the other podcasts, they are not just reacting to things. It's also film reviews or segments or other things like that if you are interested in that type of content. But yeah, that is
and you should go watch the original video as well, so
yeah,
that comes out back to.
Yeah, like we did mention earlier, I don't know if you were watching that, even if it's a creator that I'm not a fan of and that I dislike or that GC dislikes or anyone who's related to the podcast, well, Liam doesn't get involved in drama, the other co-host. But even if it's someone I dislike, I will always say, go and check out the video. That was this person's video. Baboom, you know. So. Baboom. Realist guys in the room. How you doing? Zoom.
your time here, because I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denham's had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people watching her live.
I've watched a fair few streamers, man, and I think to myself, how does this crap, where it's just people reacting to other things, get so many views? Like, I watch speedrunners, and that takes a lot of skill, and they're just having a laugh with a chat. Some of them are angry. Some of them
a lot of people just like what will listen to it in the background, don't they? Because like a big thing on Twitch was people reacting to Kitchen Nightmares.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and they get like thousands and thousands of views from it. I'm guessing you probably skip this, but that what's the name? The first one, Casey Tron. Just run out how many times she spoke to Bong.
So they don't actually want
it's just like in that 2-hour window.
Go on. I guess I'll try and guess 3 times.
Oh god, no.
5 times?
No.
6 times?
No.
10?
No.
20?
No.
Are you for real, George? This can't be right. 30?
I'm not joking. No.
40?
Yep, 40 times in 2 hours.
She must be baked off her head. What the hell was that all about?
She was. I guess she didn't even remember react to the video.
Damn, that is bad. You don't want to be that baked off your head.
To go through
I think she just lost it
themselves and watch a bunch of videos, and they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun
you're right.
content.
There are a lot of videos.
Like, I'm sure
From the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That, my friend, is called theft, and you're a thief. And now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to how brazen and how safe they've, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping, even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it. 3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses. Now, I want to make it clear again, and I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these 3 people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use, they also did it maliciously. And that's the part that really got me. I think if you're a reactor on Twitch, for the most part, if you make a good faith effort to comment, and if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original video, I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing, and that's fine. And I would never sue someone for that. Take it to these 3 absolute morons to state their intention to steal my property on video, and to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement, I just have this to say. I don't care. What I do hope, though, is that you'll
nice. What a legend.
Support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time.
Bro, that was like vintage h3h3, man. Fair play.
I know.
Quality, bro. Like, I haven't watched his stuff for years, but that was probably one of the best videos I've watched in a while, that of his. That was actually, I don't know why, that just tickled me, man, because I thought he was just going to say, like, for those of you that say I'm a hypocrite and that I'm targeting women, I thought he'd just stick his finger up or say, fuck you. But instead he's like, I don't care. What a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, after that, I'm becoming a bit of a fan again, man. Well, there are lots of
people
out there reacting to her stream. I don't watch people reacting to a stream, to be honest, apart from H3 getting those clips up and talking about the video. I have subscribed. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. George, before we move on to Wilbur, do you want to just give a quick chat about that update? I mean, that video, the H3 video.
Yes, I will chat about the updates. So, after it came out, all 3 women went and complained on Twitter, as they do, calling him sexist and things like that. So, h3h3 came out and said, you know what? It does look a bit sexist. So I'm going to add Sean the Black to the lawsuit. So Sean the Black can thank Denims and Fergan and h3 Snark that h3 is suing him as well. And that's about it. So all 3 of them are doing GoFundMe separately, and the people donating are basically saying we're donating to Ethan just the long way around. So that's about it.
Yeah, that's fair, man. Well, now on to the Wilbur video. An update video from Wilbursoot.
Yeah, should we explain what happened?
Hello.
The last time we talked about it.
So to the unaware people, what happened was Wilbur got a ton of accusations thrown his way of aggressively biting his ex-missus when they were together. And at the time we thought, look, let's just reserve judgment, innocent until proven guilty. And George made a thumbnail where well, I don't even want to say what it was. But I thought in my head, you know what, no, Wilbur will come out and defend himself, or maybe there's an explanation, or it will be more nuanced than just him being a moron, biting her and being a twat. He doesn't say anything. I think this bite,
it's been happening for 2 years.
It's really gone very badly. And like, let's be real, if you are innocent and there's been a big accusation about you, why would you wait 2 years to talk about it? What on earth, you know? So
we had a thumbnail of like teeth biting people with Wilbur.
No. There's no we. You made the thumbnail. I didn't say
me.
I didn't say George make a biting thumbnail. I thought you just have like space and then something else.
People of 2025. I hope you've all been well. This video is going to be a bit of a different one for me. I've never been very good at update videos, but this channel's been inactive for so long, I thought one was probably well overdue. So I wanted to take this opportunity to quickly talk about what I've been up to the past couple of years, what you can expect from me going forward, and of course, future YouTube content. I've been really quite busy these past few months, so I haven't really had that much to show you guys anyway. But as most of you probably already know, that isn't the only reason I've been so quiet. If you don't mind, I'd like to take a quick minute to touch on that before I move into what the future holds. There's been a lot of different clashing labels and opinions about me on the internet over the past year, the loudest of which on both sides of the fence have been quite unhealthy, stemming from accusations made about me from just over a year ago. And look, I'm not here to drop any bombshells. I don't want to reopen any old discussions. I responded to the situation in February of last year, and I still stand by everything I said in that statement. I understand it was misinterpreted by some people, probably due to my wording, and I know some people are still looking for clarity, especially nowadays where personal transparency is more common amongst content creators than it's ever been before. However, this clarity, the clarity I've offered to my close friends and my family, would mean publicly sharing deeply personal parts of my private life and my relationships with the internet. I've never been comfortable doing that, and I don't believe that should be
a bite-sized one, isn't it?
All I
I'll give you that one.
can say is that the labels that have been attributed to me by social media are not true, and I don't accept them. I don't believe in this expectation that content creators should use their platforms to attack and defend, and I definitely don't think that's how serious accusations should be handled. I felt this way for a really long time now, having seen other content creators go through similar situations, and I know it's not a perspective that's going to satisfy everyone, but it's one I can get behind.
It just sounds like he's guilty. It sounds like he's actually done everything. It just sounds bad. It's just like, bro, you need to come out and defend.
I know, it's awful.
You can say it's like he wants to tell. So it's like he doesn't want to lie, but he doesn't want to tell us the truth. It's just sort of like, I think that discussing serious accusations online is horrendous to do, and I think it's unhealthy from both sides. And so you'd rather no one defend you then? You know, you'd rather like no one say, let's just wait until he comes out and says something about this situation. Well, people did try and wait for him to say stuff, but he didn't say anything.
And I hope that makes sense.
Until now.
To you. None of this is me trying to dig up or dwell on the past here. I would just feel very strange if I carried on without at least acknowledging the past year. Because all I can do now is move forward, and I hope you enjoy what I've been working on. So, for those of you that know, I'm in a band called Lovejoy. And in 2024, we did a tour of Southeast Asia, including Japan and Thailand. We did a tour of Australia. We did a few shows in the United States and the United Kingdom. And it was exhausting and very surreal. But it was all made worth it by how many of you guys came and showed up and gave us your love and support. We're
all biting their nails in anticipation for the performances.
Eternally grateful. And we filmed a few hours of behind the scenes footage while we were out there, which we've already edited down and put onto our new behind the scenes channel. So if you're at those shows, you're a Lovejoy fan, or you're just a fan of behind the scenes content, you can go and subscribe to that. It'll be down in the description. The band and I wrote a few tracks, And then in classic fashion, we scrapped all of those tracks and started work on some new ones, which later came on to become our finished debut album, which will be coming out later this year. I wish I could tell you the date, but I am not allowed. But if you can't wait, our debut single with Rob as...
You saw the rest of the video is? Oh.
Currently got my YouTube covers on there, which also aren't going anywhere. And if you haven't seen them, you can check those out in the description as well. This new old channel is the only channel currently solely run and controlled by me. This is something I've had planned for a few...
I can't be able to watch this anymore. He's a biting maniac, probably. Let's just move on to the mini Tom. Oh shit, George is gone. Oh. What was that all about? I don't know. I don't know if you need to leave. Oh well, I guess let's get the miniature files then. So this is a guy called Mini Tom who was messaging Callum's Corner, trying to get him to, you know, take videos down. I think George just sent me the wrong video. I think it. Yeah, I think George has completely sent me the wrong video. Yeah, George, this isn't the video with the DMs. This is the video you sent me was just like gameplay and stuff.
Which one are you thinking of watching then?
The one where he's talking to Callum's Corner in the DMs and they're saying not nice things about me.
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it?
No, it's not, bro. It's just a bunch of memes. I'm skimming through. It's all memes and things that weren't in the video.
What video did I send you? Isn't it called the miniature files?
Hold on, I found it now. Mini DMs, that's it. I'm getting it up now.
Mini DMs.
And welcome to a new series into more corner lore.
Actually, Callum.
Yes. Here we go.
Sorry, that's the one before, yeah.
Added DeLorean Time to the group.
Oh, remove him, please.
Jalen removed DeLorean Time from the group.
Thanks for adding me into this group. No offense.
I love the AI voice.
Yeah, it just sounds like Callum's Corner's been living in bloody Buckingham Palace.
Counts pretending to be him, and I don't know who Jalen is, as I've not had any interactions with them. If I could actually speak to the real Tom, it would be very helpful, but
I think his music is interesting. Oh, Wilbursoot, fair enough. Yeah, I've never listened to his songs before, so they might be alright. Oh dear.
Really him.
Hello, sorry, I am here. Yes, this is me. If you want to be on Discord later, I am here all day now. So, the issues are when you stream, Callum, people keep sending not nice messages, donating money, using my name, and saying not nice things, and using my face a lot, and people making fun of my autism. I also would like you for me to feel safe to ask someone from YouTube to help protect me, since there are people like hundreds of trolls uploading illegal content, taking my voice, using it as AI.
Thanks for the reply. This might sound paranoid, but there has been fake accounts of Tom, an AI voice of him. There's even been a fake interview, etc. I think we need to do a video call so we can all verify it's above board. We could switch to voice as soon as it's been established this isn't another wind up.
I can't do video calls, sorry. Since I stopped doing YouTube, I don't like doing video calls with people. I don't fully know, it's just how I am. It has been hard for me to do any video calls with anyone.
That's understandable. However, how can we prove to Callum that it's you?
I mean, I can show my YouTube channel, since no one has it. maybe I can send Callum an email with a photo of my face or something. If I was a normal
Here we
person,
go.
no
Is this
conditions, no
where the
autism,
video
I would
comes?
be able to do a video call, but I just can't. And it's been hard for me for a long time to do video calls with people, including my friends.
We then get the verification video that
Yes,
Mini
here we
Tom sends
go.
to the group chat to prove that he is the real Mini Tom.
This is Mini Tom.
All respect in the world, he does look like he's on a bit of weight, to be honest, in the face.
And yes, this is me showing you that I am.
Look at that
Mini
nose.
Tom. Hi, Callum. And
Hi, Callum.
Jalen, I think that's your name.
I just don't get
I think that's his name.
why he's so annoyed at the internet and YouTube and the Callum's Corner community. Why is he still getting this involved in it, man? Why not just leave it be? You know, it'll go away. The more he keeps sticking his nose back into the community, the more this type of stuff is going to happen.
After that, the demands made by Mini Tom are presented to Callum.
Callum Adams. Okay, so I noticed you are streaming right now, and you are letting people use the donation button, and sending AI messages using my voice, and name, and letting people send emojis in chat of my face, and also letting people dox my real name, and maybe my phone number. If you don't sort this out as soon as possible, the police will be involved, and you can be arrested for letting people cyberbullying. Callum.
What emojis?
He said about the emojis in the Twitch chat what it is.
That was the mod's fault. How can Callum control this?
Callum Adams, you have at least 2 weeks until you sort this out for me. If you really want to help me, do not stream for a month. Sort out YouTube and Twitch.
And basically say, bro, even if he doesn't stream for a month, the same people are still going to come back and probably go even more mad. And the same people are still going to keep making memes of Mini Toms. This is preposterous. It doesn't solve any Mini Tom's issues. All he's basically saying to Callum is lose your income or lose a good chunk of your income, because I know he works part-time. Lose a good chunk of your income for a month just because I'm annoyed that the trolls bring me up sometimes.
If you really want to help me, do not stream for a month. Sort out YouTube and Twitch.
It's a bold stretch. What does he mean? Sort out YouTube on Callum's bloody YouTube channel? They don't put loads of stuff about Mini.
He wants Callum to basically block every word to do with him and every video to do with him, basically, which is impossible.
It's very unrealistic for Mini Tom.
Strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Mini Tom then moves on to the topic related to
Look,
AI
he is a
and
spasmoid.
the streams taking the piss out of him.
Well, just want to let you know, the police know who I am, since I contacted them about AI and trolling. They want me to feel safe. Plus, my parents know people who work for the police.
Then, anyone who harasses you will be fined and put in prison. Probably.
Yep, plus, there is a lot of security for computers these days.
I'd say, let Callum address it on stream tomorrow at MiniTom at Callum Adams.
At Callum Adams. Just say the police will be involved if anyone doxes.
Yeah. And say that some people got in contact instead of saying his name.
Because doxing is very bad and AI is illegal. Well, they are both illegal.
I mean, come on. What is wrong with you? You know, come on.
We then cut to Mini Tom again, demanding more things off Callum.
Is anyone here at Callum Adams at Jalen?
What's up, dude?
Oh, sorry, I just wanted to say, like, if you managed to sort out your Twitch channel properly. I also feel like you need to get rid of a lot of people who have followed you. There is a website, I think, that removes followers, IDK, if you need it, Callum. At Callum Adams, if you are here, please, can you not stream anymore?
What is it? Bro, this is some of the cheekiest crap anyone's ever said to anyone. How can you tell someone to completely give up when it's their viewers who's arsing around? You can't blame the streamer. Bro, he's fortunate that Callum even joined this chat and gave him the time of day. This is so cheeky and preposterous from Mini Tom, honestly.
Or because...
Can't believe I did a podcast with this guy, man. He was a guest on Jersey Boys Corner Table podcast. He was the first guest, the first one that I co-hosted. And we asked him questions, and the corner was really respectful to him, man. I don't get how he's fallen so far from grace and just been a complete twit. Just daft.
Jalen sent me a clip from your stream tonight. You said
You
something
should have
not
made
nice
fun
as
of
well.
him.
What are you talking about?
You did a stream tonight, right? You said something.
I would have got bloody removed from the Corner Town podcast straight away if I'd done that.
About miniature people when someone sent a donation using my voice and you got mad.
You are as far removed from Alpha as it gets.
Fuck Thomas, holy nigga.
No,
fuck.
fuck
Oh,
off.
for fuck's sake!
Night.
I don't know what I
They'll
expected.
go back and do it again.
I don't know what I expected. I'm so sorry about that, YouTube. I didn't realize. I thought it would just be some Mini Tom meme as they get rid of all the streams on Twitch, and I didn't think they'd be allowed on YouTube. Those sort of highlights and
Yeah, there's Percy does it every day. But see any word ones in there,
I don't. Well, but yeah, sorry about
so
that.
it should be fine.
Didn't realise that that was in there.
Or an old stream clip. It looks old to me, but I need to know. It's Callum Adams. So, you say, what are you talking about? Then not bother saying anything else. You know that I can contact the police, they can visit your place, and look at your PC. Find these trolls.
Police can't do that. Are they really going to get a search warrant in the Isle of Wight and say, we need to open your PC? Look through all the followers. Bro, that's going to cost them millions to like hunt down all these trolls. Like, bro, and if one troll gets arrested by the police, all the other trolls are going to go 10 times harder on Mini Tom. If loads of trolls get arrested just for making Mini Tom memes and Mini Tom AI.
Not being funny, they be calling the police on Tom, saying that he did like horrendous stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, all I'll say is the police are going to want to be hearing about doxers like Mini Tom. Okay, they're going to want to know dox people, which is illegal. All right, they're going to be a lot more interested in that. So if the police come knocking on Callum's door with a search warrant for some reason, if I was Callum, saying straight away, if Thomas Hawley sent you, you do realise that he's doxed people.
Don't dox him like that, mate. I know it's out there, but we shouldn't really say it.
What do you mean?
His full legal name. I know it's out there, but it's still a dox.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't mean to say.
I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking with. I'm taking the piss.
Yeah. Anyway, the police aren't going to waste their time with this crap, but it's just threats from Mini Tom, and you'd have to be a bit saft to believe him.
For me, since you're part of this,
and he hasn't believed it because he just leaves you.
Calm down, Tom.
I know, but I am just angry right now about the trolling. IDK. What else to do? If Callum stopped streaming, I could relax more.
Relax more if you just log off and don't go on social media for a while and just ignore all this crap and just forget the Mini Tom identity and just, I don't know, just do something else with your life. Go back to the art, maybe. Just do something else, man.
But no.
Go for it. You do what you need to do. It's not from tonight, but it.
I thought he left the chat. Oh.
Must be recent as it's
Not
my
yet.
new house. I'll continue to ban the stuff concerning you, and I'm sorry this has happened to you. I'd recommend trying to take it as a joke, more as giving them a reaction tends to make it worse. But this is going too far now, of course. I'm not going to quit streaming. I'll do my best to ban everything concerning you, though now I know it's what you want, and I wish you black in the future.
Another thing, please. Disable donations. Earn money from ads.
Callum Adams.
Yeah, that was a typo.
See, that was bad.
That looks a bit sad from Callum. And then he's put another thing, please disable donations and money from ads. And then Callum left. What has he put a question mark after he's left?
The group.
Yo, Mr. Dagos. Yes, I wanted to get into a little call.
Oh, Dagos is still around, nice.
With you,
Yeah.
if possible, to chat about a couple of things. I did mean to reply to your message, but I'm going to be honest with you. I went in there and I saw a message from a smaller person, and it
fucked me off, and I exited Discord lest I end up sending a very snidey reply. I won't be spoken to like that. Mini Tom, more like tiny fucking twat.
Oh, suck it! What a legend.
After Callum leaves the group chat, Mini Tom has an outburst related to this, and it goes well as you would expect.
Callum left.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to help you no more.
I want to know what he is going to do. He needs to understand that whenever he streams, this always happens. I get stressed, he does too. I just want to feel relaxed. How can I take it all as a joke?
He's not gonna do anything, Tom.
The only thing he has not done is the donation messages.
He can't fix that, Tom.
He can.
Plus, he's not gonna stop getting donos because that's his main source of income.
You know, most streamers don't always have donation messages on.
Yeah, but Cal isn't most streamers.
I used to stream on Twitch, so I know how to set up donations. ETC, you can remove the messages and just show the person's name.
Yes, but he won't do that, Tom,
Oh,
because
I wish we could watch reaction to the to them find to them
If he
leaking
streams
this,
again soon,
these
right, I will
messages.
check myself. The trolls
Okay, because
who
it was
are
so
making
bad.
fun of my autism and using the AI.
But they don't know where you live, you know.
But
Yes,
people
they do.
online can also recognize you outside of YouTube if they have seen you on YouTube. ETC.
Yeah, but there's only about 1,000 people who know about you.
But the viewers as well. It adds up. I am going now.
That's the end of the group.
Yeah, I mean, again, if he just ignored it all, 1,000 people wouldn't have known about it. Maybe like a few people, wouldn't they? Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, bro, it's mad. How can Mini Tom be expecting so much from Callum when Callum has basically already done everything that he can, everything he has the power to do in regards to this? You can't expect him to disable donations. You can't expect people can't expect him to get rid of his income, man. It's absolute utter madness, bro. Absolute utter madness is all I can say.
Yeah, it really is. Yes, can we watch this video and then do the segments and we'll finish?
What have you put in?
I've just put it in the StreamYard chat.
Oh, all right. So I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one. It is.
What is it? Oh no.
It is.
It is good. Callum found it funny. He had to go off stream.
And welcome to the 24 hours in Senlac self-storage challenge. So I'll be spending a full 24 hours here at Senlac, except there will be a small or perhaps miniature twist. At some point, a mini-tard will enter the building and I'll have to avoid him costs. Because if he catches me, I have to play his shit game, Darkness Arrives, on stream. Okay, so far so good. I think the best place to hide is going to be right at the very, very end of this corridor. What an absolutely perfect...
I'll send you his reaction.
You know, my alpha male intuition just led me to this place. It's amazing. So I was looking around and found this. Might come in handy. So I'm all set up now. I'll bring you back when the mini-tard arrives.
Yes. Yes, I saw what the book said. How to fight. I'm not going to say the word.
Yeah.
Right, so I've been in here for a good few hours now, and to be honest, it's not actually that bad. I've got my snacks, I've got my... Oh, do you hear that? My eye. Right, I think he's gone for now, but I definitely need to find a new spot. That was a massive mistake, and he's bloody seen me. Fuck off, you little spastic. Oh no, it's a dead end. He's coming.
Darkness has arrived. How are you doing?
And then he's been forced to play the game.
Here you go. You've got your game. You've got your game. You've got some
Well, look at how supportive the corner being like, yes, brilliant, where you're playing it. Woo.
Music on, which incidentally,
if Mini Tom had just took the criticisms on the chin, bro, the corner would respect him, man, and he could have just he could have either been a part of it or completely gone away in peace.
Is it segment time?
Second time, what?
Segment time. Segment.
Yes. All right. So here we have Spot the James.
Yeah.
I should have picked a different segment, but if you make your bed, you got to lie in it, haven't you? All right then. So, and you've used the AI of myself and Aaron that you made. You absolute degenerate bell sniff. What is the point? What is the point?
Oh, look at the two of you. So adorable.
No. I don't even know. Like when you made one of Liam and Ewan McGregor, that was kind of funny. Oh yeah, I found it by the way. Yeah, and you've used this again. Oh, very funny, George. Very funny. There
Everyone.
Well, isn't it? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, that was a good.
Oh, look here.
Very good.
The James, there's one more. Go to the bottom.
Well done, George. Well done. You're the smartest, the most comical, brilliant comedy genius going, George. There's no one better than you. Michael McIntyre, Lee Evans, Richard Iowadi. Who's that one? Rob Beckett, Bob Mortimer. They all need to sit down at a community centre, and they need you to stand in front of them and learn all your comedy tricks, mate, because you are a genius.
You missed the last one.
I don't even want to get it up. I think I know what.
Get it up.
Drake Van
No, you don't. It's a different one.
You said silly man. Okay, thanks. Whatever. If you're on about us being, I don't know who's silly, me or George.
No, I think it's talking about Tom.
Oh, Tom. Sorry, I thought he was on about us. Sorry. Yeah, Mini Tom is a very. George, I'm not getting that image up. That's.
Just have a look at it. Have a look at it.
I've looked at it. I'm not getting. It's your face, like going like this to a hentai. I'm not getting. Let's.
Can you spot you on it?
I'm not bothering to look.
On the fat man.
Anyway, we got a yes now, so we might as well do that. All right, George. How much money to make a film? How much money to make a film where Liam, you direct it, and Liam needs to reenact the entirety of Star Wars? So, well, let's say the Skywalker saga, so the 9 films.
How much did all 3 of the sequels cost?
Loads. Millions.
I'll do it for the same amount of that.
Well, I'm going to start off low. 10K.
No.
But wouldn't you be laughing at Liam going, Anakin, you were the chosen one?
Yeah, but we need to make it look good.
Oh, I'll probably do it for bloody 20 quid. I'll be laughing my ass off at the Mui, I love you.
Yeah, you just go down the park and like stand on top of one of the hills as Liam like crawls up it.
I hate you. Ah.
I want to do it off when Anakin set on fire. Would be not.
Yeah, I'll do it for 20 quid.
No. Not that. Yeah, 100 million. I'll do it for.
Get CGI in and make it look good.
Yes.
Fair enough. Well, that's the end of the podcast, everyone.
I'd have Ben and somebody else like voice R2D2 and C3PO.
was worried you were going to say Jabba the Hutt then. I thought, bloody hell, George is really trying to.
And then that's slogan.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
See, we span it back round to the start.
Yeah. We'll end that one there then. Bye. Thanks so much for joining, Drake vs. Egg. Thanks for your comments and thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. So yeah, we'll end that one there then. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I don't know when the next podcast with me or George or Liam will be. Maybe before I go on my holiday abroad.
When's your holiday?
It'll be early August, but hopefully we can do it because I know you're going on holiday from the 13th to 28th. Liam's going on for 2 weeks as well, so he's going to be away for probably around that time. So maybe we can do early August. I don't know. I'll see what we can do before I go.
I can probably do one on my holiday because I'll probably have Wi-Fi, so I can sit in my little section.
I do forget that you do these on your phone, don't you? So you know when you're doing a podcast, you somehow still make it look professional, even though it's just you lying in a bed and talking and saying.
I'll bet you like this right now.
I don't know how you do it because if I was lying in bed, it would just look like pistol mental. Like I'd just feel like a lunatic. But somehow you've made it work all these years. It's just you lying in your bed. That's probably honestly the best way to record your podcast. Not for professionalism, but like just to chill out and just talk and have a laugh and be a tip.
Yeah. But I have my airbed, so I can do it on that.
Yeah. If and when
I can always give a tour around the little tent area I've got as well.
Yeah, that should be pretty kick-ass. Yeah, maybe we could do a podcast while you're away. Me and you do a segment podcast or something, or some drama. I don't know.
Like a holiday podcast or something like that.
Well, yeah, maybe we could talk about holidays and stuff, and that'd be an interesting one. Yeah, while you were on holiday, I could talk about my favourite holidays, what I like, what places I like, things that happen there, and you could talk about your holidays, and we could talk about Beano's, but obviously not Beano's. That docks us too much.
Yes.
I know I've talked about Worcester and Malvern before, but that's not really a docks. They're like miles and miles away, but it's still not worth. Beano's close.
No, but we've all heard them like going to a Malvern and going to the car factory and things like that.
Yeah, there's a place close. Well, there's another place we went to, but I don't want to. I'll tell you after the podcast, but I wouldn't want to ever mention that because it's a bit too close to home.
I think I know the one you mean.
Yeah, but pretty much 90% of the Beano's we can talk about because every Beano has been fairly far from home. Anyway, we'll end that one there then. So yeah, the next podcast will hopefully be the holiday podcast with GC whenever that. Yeah. So any final messages or thoughts that you want to say?
I can't wait to see where this lawsuit goes. And if you get a chance, go on h3h3 and watch Karam's video where it's called I Have Returned and watch his reactions to this Mini Tom stuff because it's really funny.
Yeah, well, we will end that one there then. That's what we've got to say for today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. All the best. See you later.
Yeah.